Hello, welcome you all again. This is Alok Kumar here from Experience Integrators with another Kashtmar episode. Today, we hear another agonizing experience of a customer who brought a new television in time for watching the World Cup. He was a loyal customer of a Japanese television brand but decided to try out another brand for a sitting room, lured by the OLED technology that promised delivering a far superior viewing experience. He thought watching the football mega event on a big screen with the latest technology will be a good decision, given that he had worked so hard all his career and now wanted to treat himself to such luxuries. How wrong could he have been? Let us listen the entire customer story from him directly.
Hello, this is to place on record a recent incident I had with one of the leading Korean company with regard to my television. I happened to buy a new latest model QLED television, and although dealer was good, I had a very timely delivery. But post installation, I had some issues with regard to the voice and the video sync. So we tried adjusting it. Then I complained, engineers came in and they couldn't fix. The second engineer came in, he couldn't fix. Then the dealer came with the engineer, they couldn't fix. They said it is because of my network problems first. I have another Japanese TV in the other room in my house where we tested it and the network was absolutely all right. So obviously it was found out there was no network issue. Then they said it could be some factory settlement, so they'll logged on to the factory engineer from my house on a remote login and tried to fix that. Again it failed, and then they said they will come back. I kept on reminding them on mails and messages, hardly any response, and dealer was also not able to help because he was also with me, but he couldn't help me in the long run. Then I tagged the managing director on Twitter, sent him a letter and followed up, and I will share some of the screenshots of message which came in. In spite of all this, there was a product deficiency, and the service engineers may be good in terms of attending service, but they couldn't identify or fix the problem. Finally, I was pushed to the corner. It was almost 45 days after buying. The purpose of buying was for cricket match live, and then it couldn't meet the requirement. That's the time I tagged on to the managing director, and although said you have to register your complaint and all, I've given all the complaint numbers, follow-up calls and everything. And it took them almost 4 days to respond. They said we'll get back. I have formal communications. They said they'll get back. Somebody is checking. Even from the managing director's office, it took them about 7-8 days. Then I told the dealer indirectly, I said, if I don't get a reply, I'm going to send an illegal notice to the MD's office and also the dealer. Tomorrow you should not get surprised. And I'm giving them exactly 3 days. In 3 days' time, there was a call and they insisted on my bank account details, and somebody came in, hand delivered a draft and returned, took back the TV. Just to place on record, in spite of all the claims and full page advertisement, they do not accept the product deficiencies, and if you get back to them, unless you really bang on to the head and follow up with and threaten them, they don't comply with the requirements and they don't address the issues, however customer friendly they may claim to be. Just warn you against, before you take any further products, validate, check at the premises before you pick up a product, because service levels are pathetic. Product levels, now I'm convinced that I would never deviate from my earlier practice of buying only Japanese. I will never go in for a Korean product anymore in my life. Just to update you people on what transpired and what is the actual status. I landed up buying a Sony TV subsequently, and working beautifully. Thank you very much.
Experience Integrators' analysis of the issue. If we examine this case, the failure is on two fronts. There is an apparent lack of empowerment to service teams for providing a temporary solution like a standby TV till the defect of customer TV is identified and rectified. There is a weak backend system leading to unreliable timeline commitments, promises being made to customers not being fulfilled. Manufacturing companies typically have an inside-out approach. Focus is on developing good products and then selling them to the markets. What is weak in them are speed, agility to respond to customer issues with necessary empowerments and well laid out processes for frontline teams. To build a more customer responsive organizations, manufacturing companies need to incorporate systems and processes of good service companies. Robust customer listening systems, understanding of customer segment, creating customer journey mapping of segments, touchpoint process mapping with appropriate empowerment metrics for handling customer issues. Having done all this, only can they hope that the product matched with a good customer experience at the front end will lead to a much better experience than what was witnessed with our customer in this particular episode. Thank you.